Hello, everybody, and welcome to the best and worst of Walt Disney World, brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel, experts at helping you plan the perfect Disney vacation. Be sure to visit them on the web at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. I am your host, Ryno Clavin, and this week I am joined by none other than Deni Sunderley.
Hey there.
And this week we are going to be talking about the top 5 best things happening for the holidays in 2020 at Walt Disney World as of right now, as of recording this on Wednesday, November 11th. Did you hear the hesitation? I couldn't remember what month it was.
What day is it exactly?
That was embarrassing. I was like, it's not October, right?
Oh, 2020. You continue to amaze us.
Yeah. The reason why we're saying right now is because not all the holiday offerings have officially kicked off yet, but most of them have. And I'm sure that we're going to see a couple of things pop up here and there, but very specifically, we still haven't gotten the taste of Festival of the Holidays at EPCOT. That doesn't start until November 27th. And so you still got a time as of recording this to experience the Food and Wine Festival, the Taste of the Food and Wine Festival, if you would like. And before we get started, though, you'll notice Deni and I are matching today.
Twins. We are twins.
Yes, and that is because last night we got the opportunity to attend a special preview of the Give Kids the World Night of a Million Lights, and that is, Deni, do you want to talk about that, our experience a little bit? I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It's so, so if you don't know, Give Kids the World Village here in Central Florida is the top wish-granting organization for the area. So if a kiddo is critically ill and their wish is to go to Walt Disney World, the Make-A-Wish Foundation gets in touch with Give Kids the World and they work it out, and that family is here and that kiddo has a week filled with yeses. That's what Pam Landworth, the founder and CEO and president, Henry, her husband, founded it, but now she is a CEO and president. That's what she wants for those kiddos, is to be able to just have a week filled with joy. So during COVID and everything that's going on with the pandemic, they cannot host the families that they normally do. In fact, 6,000 families are not able to come right now. That's the amount of families that they're not able to reach out to. And so they have turned the entire village, 45 villas, 65 buildings and all, into this amazing winter wonderland, coated them in lights, and you and I got to experience it, and it's just amazing what that team has done.
Oh, yeah, it is incredible. And what's kind of really special about this event, in addition to you helping support such a great cause, like Deni said, that helps these terminally ill children get their wishes granted, is, doing this event, you fund that and all of these things. You get to see the village, which isn't normally just open to the general public. So not only you'll go in and it's incredible, kind of the structure that is in place for this really just this amazing facility, and the fact that there are like 3.5 million lights and just under 3.5 million, it just is. Some of these displays are incredible. I mean, Dreams Unlimited Travel has one there that's really cute. We got a polar bear in the front yard. You can look for that one. But there was one too, and I can't remember the company that did it. It was a tech company, but they had one where like they had windows. Each one of the windows in the house had like a display. So it was like the kids were going to bed to wait for Santa, and then Santa comes down the chimney in one of the windows, and then the kids are like, oh my gosh, he's awake. And it had like sound effects, and there was a part where the kid was like unplugging the lights and the house would all go dark and then turn back on. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like,
it was.
It is so cool, and it's really awesome. It helps a great cause. If you go, you get some hot chocolate, ice cream. I believe that is part of your admission. And then of course you can purchase some other things like merchandise, like the shirts that we are wearing. The event is happening November 13th through January 3rd, and I believe the ticket prices, the base level, because it does fluctuate based on like holiday and stuff like that, I know, is around $25 for adults, and I believe around $15 for kids. But I'll make sure to put a link in the description of this or the show notes and stuff. But I was really it was one of those things where you see like not even just the concept art, but you see a picture and you're like, that's not going to look like that in real
Oh
life,
my,
sort of a thing. And wow.
yes.
Yeah.
Now you step into this just delightful, really, really impressive, just experience. It is also, they are promoting it's a physically distant event. So it's all outside. You are required to wear a mask, a facial covering when you are there. But if you're looking for something and you're going to be in the Central Florida area and you just want something with you and a group of friends, or you on your own, or you and your family, this is the answer for that.
If you are a fan, if Osborne Spectacle of Dancing Lights was the thing that you loved most about holidays at Walt Disney World, you have to go see this, the Give Kids the World Village. And all you have to do is say, like, it's less than the money of a theme park, and it is one of those where I was walking around and I said to you and Brian, I said, like, it's kind of crazy because there's no street like that we can just go down and it's like this. This is the fantasy of what you want to believe the street you live on is going to look like for the holidays. It's that thing out of like a TV show or a movie, or like a Hallmark Christmas movie when they walk down the street and you're like, how are they paying that electric bill?
Yeah.
Like it's really cool. And you also really feel that love that exists within this village for what they do, so.
And do you know that, speaking of the electric bill, so all of those lights, they're all LED. They were all donated by Walt Disney World. And Stephen Amos, our rep over at Give Kids, said that the combined energy to run it is less than what is required to run 3 refrigerators.
Oh my gosh, that is insane. Okay, because that's crazy to me, because I was thinking like, oh, I wonder how this is going to affect the bill for the village right now and stuff. Because wow, that is wow, that is a feat in of itself now too. That is really, really cool. But we really wanted to mention it on here. I know we don't talk about stuff off property that much on the show, but I think if you are somebody who is, we are in 2020 has been a very difficult year for many, and if you are thinking that you're like, we're going to Disney World, we're celebrating at Disney World, we want to go, we always do this stuff, I really would encourage you to look into this as being something to do. It is not far from Disney property. It is literally like right off of 192, and it's I mean, I don't want to understand, like 10 minutes away, maybe 15. I don't know. It's not that far.
Yeah. It takes us about 15 minutes to get down there, maybe more like 17, 18. But yeah, if you're looking for something to do off property, that's it right there.
Yeah, 100%. So really check that out, and check out our villa and send us, tag us in photos or whatever of it. So we donated this year we reached the $1 million mark for money donated to help support Give Kids the World. And so it was very important to Pete that we be a part of Night of a Million Lights and help decorate one of the villas. And I think it came out awesome. So please check that out. So that's number one for us. But now let's talk about the stuff specifically at Walt Disney World on Walt Disney World property. So I think that we should start and say that what was kind of a fun surprise is that on the day that all of these offerings started, which was last Friday, we got surprised a little bit with some favorite returnees, right, Deni?
Yeah, absolutely. It kind of kick-started in the morning with just Disney releasing the information that we were getting projections back on the Tower of Terror. It's now the Hollywood Holiday Hotel or Hollywood Tower Holiday Hotel, something like that.
It's holiday. Yeah. It's Hollywood Holiday
Tower.
Yeah, now I don't know. It's a tongue twister. Yeah.
But yeah, so essentially it's not the whole flurry of fun thing down Sunset Boulevard, but it is, we are getting those same 4 projections that we've had in years past, which that was a lot of fun. And then later on in the day, I was in Animal Kingdom, and literally I'm covering things on stories, and I'm just checking things out, eating that Autumn Tree of Life cupcake because
it was so good, wasn't it?
It was so good.
It was so. I forgot. I had seen a friend, and he was like, "Oh, I got this cupcake," and he like cut it in half. And I was like, no. And I took a bite, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so good." Yeah.
It is. It
I
is.
know.
It's
Sorry, that's not on our list,
and
but that's 100% good.
yeah, no, it's so good. So anyhow, I was leaving the park. It's, dark at that point, and so all the luminarias are lit. And all of a sudden the music for the Holiday Tree of Life Awakening starts. And I went, what? And I turned around like I was leaving and I heard the music and turned around and scurried back down to the Tree of Life. That was such a cool surprise.
Yeah, it's so funny because I stayed until the park closed too, because we didn't know we were both at this park at the same time. We were just actively avoiding each other. No,
Yes.
because I knew you knew the like Brontosaurus or Brachiosaurus. I can't remember which one it is. That when you walk into Animal Kingdom into Dinoland USA is like you could see the lights on it, and I was like, well, I want to make sure I get that lit up at night. And I like walked into the gift shop as I was going to go because my friend had also said, oh, there's new masks, and which are $10 now, so that is not on my
Yes.
best list. But anyway, the I heard the music too. He was like, oh, the projection show's happening on the tree, and I was like, what? And sure enough, yeah, I walked outside and I was like, oh, that's really cool. But that's what I like too. I love these unannounced surprises. So we get those returnees of like the classic things. Like I know we're not getting the castle lights this year, but I feel like that surprise of like the Holiday Hollywood Tower projection show.
That thing. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and and then like Tree of Life Awakening, like it's nice to have those little bits of surprises to look forward to, and some of your like classic favorites, the return of the Christmas wreaths on Main Street, that sort of stuff.
Yep.
But
Well, and all of what we saw in the studios and what we've loved in the past, like the old, just the creepy sugar babies,
yeah,
they're back, and all the neat vintage retro stuff. That
yeah,
tree, that gorgeous, gorgeous tree on Echo Lake, that's back as well.
yeah.
So
I love that. I love Gertie with the hat too.
yes, absolutely. And for 2020, I don't know about you, but I didn't feel like we were guaranteed that these things were returning.
Yeah.
So to have them back is really nice.
Yeah, I know they had announced some things, but it felt like it was just gonna be that sort of like, all right, well, we'll put up some wreaths or garland or
Right.
whatever. We didn't know we were getting all that vintage stuff back, but we still don't have those decorations in Toy Story Land yet, though, right?
Not yet. I would like to see that ham Christmas cookie. He's my favorite. He's so cute.
Yeah. So, but I also I feel like we could be in an area where everything's not definitively done either. I'm not saying that that's the case. I feel like Disney's been trying to sprinkle in a little extra of those surprises here and there, and so who knows, what's gonna just pop up one day and be happening. But it's that nice, like it was a little Christmas present, a little early Christmas present. So, I want to talk about Disney Springs too, because I went there over the weekend, and let me tell you, it was hopping. So I wasn't there very long, but what is amazing to me about Disney Springs right now is that it was a switch, because I was there like Thursday and there was like nothing. There was basically the bike in front of Raglan Road had like a little like Christmas in it. It's like little pouch. I was there Wednesday or Thursday, and it was like an overnight switch into like this like holiday wonderland of decorations. Like I thought it was just going to be like here and there, but I have to say I think they did a really good job decorating Disney Springs overall, but specifically, you talked about the Christmas tree stroll.
Yeah, so this year, and we knew it was going to happen, so it's neat to kind of see it come to fruition, to see what it is all fleshed out. So we don't have the Christmas tree trail in the end parking lot of down by the marketplace, which was not great in my opinion. It just wasn't. It was really super crowded in there, and it was hard to navigate, and to get a picture of a tree without another guest in it was really hard to do. That wasn't something, I mean, okay, but I don't feel the need to have to go back there. But so what they've done to help spread everyone out and to promote physical distancing is they've sprinkled those trees here and there. And so guests kind of get to go around trying to find all the different trees. And each one is very themed, just like they were last year. Pluto has his own tree. There's a Minnie Mouse tree. There's a, Walt Disney World Parks tree. So everything, it's a lot of fun to kind of stumble across them. And we still have that gorgeous um, central Christmas tree.
Mhm.
We've got the beautiful chandeliers, the crystal chandeliers that they hang every year. It's fancy in town center. That's fancy Christmas. And
Yeah.
it's really pretty. So
I haven't gotten to see it at night yet to see like stuff kind of illuminated because again Disney Springs does get pretty busy later in the day and apparently very busy on the weekends. So it's one of those that's a little tough for me because I am still trying to actively avoid those crowds. But I'm thinking when if if we ever get a cool night, it might be the night to go and keep people away.
yeah,
So I see next week there's a couple of 70-degree days in there. And so I have like fingers crossed, like good weather, please hold on for me. So but no, I think they did a good job. And I think that's also one to consider, if you don't have a ton of park days or anything like that, it's worth checking out. And I if you're a local, it's free too. So it's like, why not just go? They are doing the security check. Be prepared now. They've added the those new type of I don't know what you call it. They're like the sensors that you
the standalone
I don't know.
sensors that you just walk between.
Yeah.
You want to hold your electronics out in front of you. They tell you to keep everything in your bag or your purse or whatever, except for like electronics, like chargers
And umbrellas.
and umbrellas. That's right. Or aerosol sunblock cans. So anything metal, a charger, a fuel rod, even just kind of hold that out in front of you, and then you won't get flagged for that second screening. So
That explains why I keep getting stopped now. I was like, no matter what was in my bag, I kept getting stopped.
yeah.
And I realized it's because I'm carrying a travel size Lysol aerosol can,
Oh,
the
yep.
small one. And I bet
That's
that's
it.
what it was. So, because I was like, why do I get stopped every time? Like,
Every single time.
nobody was telling me what it was. So I don't know. But we also have one of Denny's favorite things ever. We are we love our themed foods. We love our themed snacks. Denny is the snack queen, as you know, with Saturday snacks and all of these things. And I agree with her 100%. Snacks at Magic Kingdom, right? You were saying that the exclusive stuff is out for the public.
I feel like Oprah Winfrey. I mean, you get a snack and you get a snack. Everyone gets a snack this year, and it's fantastic. Like in the past, there were a few snacks that the day guests had the opportunity to purchase. And then there were these amazing snacks that were exclusive to the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. And because of COVID and everything going on, we don't have the Christmas party this year, and everyone gets to have those, what would normally be party exclusive snacks. Everyone can purchase them throughout your time in the parks each day. So I'm excited about that because we're all on a level playing field this year. Those, those party tickets are pricey. And not everyone can afford those.
Yeah.
And I am right there with you. I get it. So the fact that I can roll in there and get to have a chance, and everyone gets to have a chance to have those really just special, neat holiday snacks. It's just a very good thing. It makes me happy.
Yeah, and I always say that everybody has their different perspective about how they visit a park. And for me, I say like when I vacation, when I go and do stuff, I have very much realized the thing I look forward to the most is like consuming like local drinks, like local breweries, local that sort of stuff, food, like where do the locals go to eat? What's the what's cool creative food here? And I feel like that's really, I bring that into how I experience Disney now too, is that I look forward to these sort of new takes on things and like fun twists on stuff. And I do feel like the parties have offered some really unique stuff, but it's like what you said, the ticket is so expensive that you're like, I don't want to be waiting in line for food all night. And then I don't want to be spending even more money after I've already spent this money. So it is really nice to see that they've kind of like added a bunch of more of that stuff to the regular day guests for annual pass holders as well, that sort of a thing. And Magic Kingdom is definitely flooded with the most, and I'm sure we'll find some stuff in other parks, but Magic Kingdom's where it's at. Because let's not forget about the Pine Cone at Hollywood Studios, right? The Pine Cone has returned.
Right. Right.
Not Pine Cone. Is it a? It is a Pine
It
Cone.
was a pine. It was a hazelnut pine cone, and
That's it.
I don't know if it's back or not. I will have to look into that. I know that we have a red velvet whoopie pie that I know we have been given, and I'm excited about that. Among other things. So have to check. I can't have hazelnut, so I can't have that pine cone.
Oh no. Okay. Well, I'll have to go do some research then. It's fine.
You'll have to.
I thought I had seen an article that it was back. Or on social media somewhere it was back. So I hope I didn't just get everyone's hopes up, except for Deni.
I hope it's back too. I mean, I can't have it, but I really appreciated the artistry that went into it.
Yeah. We should talk about the flotillas at Animal Kingdom, because I feel like those are really cool. We have said before that we are a fan of these, because this is a brand new type of offering at Animal Kingdom, to have this sort of like character meet and greets like this, and they go through pretty frequently. I feel like, and they're doing some of the regular ones like Pocahontas. I saw Pocahontas, and I think Timon was on another one, and they were like just basic regular flotillas. But then we got some holiday makeovers going on over there. We have like Donald's bash, so like Donald's all dressed up. Daisy's wearing her, I don't know. I don't look at Daisy. But she's on the ship with him. Is Launchpad and Scrooge on that same flotilla, or are they a separate one?
So on Friday, it was just Scrooge with him. Launchpad, I guess, was doing something else that day, because it was just the three of them on Friday. But maybe he'll return. But he was in the same flotilla, same pontoon boat.
Okay, maybe I was just looking at my footage from a different day mixed in, because I put it all in one Animal Kingdom folder. But yeah, so Scrooge was out there, which I thought was great. And then we got Mickey and Minnie had one, and Chip and Dale had one in their like dinosaur outfits, but they also were wearing some Christmas decorations.
The Discovery Island Drummers had one as well.
Yes, the Discovery Island. Yeah, that's right. I always forget about them. I feel so bad about that, because they're actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, they are.
I feel like I love when they interact with the crowd and stuff. So, and then the big man himself had one, which was Santa, and I loved Santa's flotilla. I thought it was great. I thought having Santa go through this park and just like, he was talking so much, but it was just such like how could it not bring a smile to your face, right?
Yeah. You could tell that Santa was having the best day. I mean, he was having so much fun greeting all the guests. He did a shout out, because I was filming for our Instagram stories, and he did a shout out to the people who are watching from home. So how cool is that to be aware like that of his role in this? He was dancing and swaying back and forth and having a great time. And you just never know when these flotillas are going to happen. You can kind of hear the music in the distance. And so that's when I hear the music, I start looking, along the waterways just to see who's coming. And it's just so much fun.
Yeah, I really did enjoy that. And my tip for anybody that's looking for that is in the Rivers of Light area. That's where they like launch. But so where they launch, if you're sitting on the side that's by like the Finding Nemo theater, it's over there. When they come back, it's on the Everest side. So depending on who's there, because it's a relaxation station, right? Yep. So be mindful of that, I guess. But when I went, there was like barely anybody over there. I mean, there were some people over there, but I went like right down front row, and the flotilla basically, as it comes back, drives right up like in front of you. And I feel like it was a great view. And I was like, I don't think I can get any closer to them anywhere else in the park than right here. So. Yep.
And it's a super spread out area. So that's a massive open air stadium, amphitheater area. So it's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, and it's a nice place to just grab a seat. If you want to grab a snack or a drink or something like that, it's a good place to like stand still and have it and be away from people still. So definitely recommend checking it out over there. And obviously we also have to talk about the cavalcades at Magic Kingdom, right? Because those are, again, fans of those. But specifically, there are two that are really stand out for me. What do you think, Deni?
Well, I think I'm going to concur with at least one of yours. Well, both of yours, and I don't want to
Yeah.
spoil it. So you go.
Okay. Well, I was going to say that one of my favorite. Obviously, I feel like everybody loves the toy soldiers from the Disney Christmas parade, and it's really cool to see them like march through the street with the Main Street Phil. I always call it PhilharMagic, and I mean Philharmonic, but it's just built into my brain to
Yep.
say PhilharMagic. But it's really fun to see them just out and about because for me, I only have ever really experienced them in person at the Christmas party when we go to cover it for work, and I know that that's the case for a lot of people because it's only those last 2 weeks of Christmas where they're really out as part of like the day parade. But it's really crowded at that point. This is just a really fun, sporadic thing that happens. And I already love the Main Street Philharmonic. It's really cool to just have like these toy soldiers that are marching down the street because there's nothing that beats that sound of their like
Yep.
clopping feet as they go, I love that. And again, Santa makes another appearance over here, and he's got that big old sleigh. But it's not even just Santa that makes me happy that comes through and says him. It's the sassy reindeer that are
They
dancing because I
so
love
sassy.
I love their little hopping dance that they do, and they are doing that classic dance from the parade, which I love. So I really really enjoy that. It really brings a smile to my face.
Yeah, this is a perfect example of Disney knowing what fans really connect with. And I know we kind of ding them because it's a company. Of course, there are dingable things, with what we see in the parks or don't see in the parks sometimes. But this is just one of those. This is a 10 out of 10. This is a home run every time. They know that fans love seeing those toy soldiers marching along, and that guests really delight in those reindeer. Those daggone little, big, vintagey looking reindeer are just so much fun to watch. And so I enjoy that they have sprinkled in two of those fan favorites for us to be able to really delight in this season.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I still haven't gotten to, I saw some video of it, the projection show on the castle in place of the Dreams Light this year, and it looks cute. But this is kind of our. You also wanted to bring up too. There's expanded decorations this year too, which is really nice.
I wanted to give a shout out to the decorations on the back of Cinderella Castle. So for how many years has the Diz gone? Oh, the dream lights look amazing on the front of the castle, but on the back it's nothing, like just ghost town. This year while we don't have the castle dream lights, we have those projections like you were talking about. We do actually have decorations on the back of the castle, and it's garland and it's swags and there's fabric. Like it's what you would think Cinderella would have on the back of her castle. It's just beautiful without being gaudy, but it was neat to look up and notice them and go, wait a second. I don't think those are normally there. And they're here this year. So the fact that we've gotten something plussed up, like some attention paid to a part of the park that normally attention isn't paid to, is just really cool.
Yeah, I like you said, I feel like the back of the castle is always like never. It's so weird to walk back there and be like, oh, did we forget a spot?
Yes.
Like it's just so bizarre because of like how New Fantasyland kind of goes further back now. It's like you really spend a lot of time back there now. So it's like it's not just a thing where you're like, well, not many people are looking at that angle of the castle, and you're like, no, a lot of people are. So
yes.
It's just we don't want to say that any of these necessarily overtake anything that happened last year. We're just saying like these are the best things that we feel like we've kind of seen so far for the holidays this year. And we do want to give an honorable mention or at least bring it up because it hasn't started yet, which is the Taste of Festival of the Holidays at EPCOT. So that I said earlier, that's not kicking off till the 27th. And so I think maybe we'll try and do another episode where we break that one down and say like, what are the best holiday happenings at EPCOT? And go through that because I know you said you're looking forward to that cookie stroll because there's some differences in that this year, right?
Yeah, it's just going to be, there's a little bit of there's a new completer cookie and like that alone. Okay, give me a new cookie. Yes, I'm excited.
And I am always excited to hunt down the eggnog beer that is there that I've been told is returned. And I was told there's coquito beer coming. I don't know. I didn't see where this person got this information. It's probably in an article, and people will be like, "It's right there on the internet, Demi." But like I am here for it, and I am excited to try it, and so I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm slowly I have a hard time letting go of Halloween, but I'm starting to feel that, and a big part of that, again, was going to the Give Kids the World Night of a Million Lights the other night, where I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel it a little bit. It's hard when it is 90 degrees outside still, and you are just like sweating. Like, but last night was pretty nice, other than the downpour we got caught in.
Yeah.
That was fine.
But there was a breeze. Most of the evening, we had a little bit of a breeze going on. So, off the cuff question to you. What are you most, I mean, eggnog beer aside, maybe that's your answer. What are you most looking forward to during the holiday seasons at Disney?
Oh gosh. I mean, yeah, eggnog beer is definitely up there, because it's not even just because like it's beer, it's whatever. I love eggnog. And for me, eggnog is a big signifier of like, because my grandfather will always have it out on the table for like Thanksgiving, and that's how you know it's like time. We're like, ooh, the eggnog's out. Like, and so that I'm really big. I think the reason why you and I like snacks, or me specifically, is like I really attach that olfactory kind of sense of like smell and taste with that sort of things, especially with like Christmas season. And because I mean, let's face it, we're all gonna just gorge ourselves on delicious treats and stuff. And so I am looking forward to that. I think I'm really looking forward to just like a nice, cool night to be able to maybe just like see the tower projections at Hollywood Studios. And I meant to ask you earlier too, because I didn't know if they're doing the snow or not.
I've heard that there will be snow, but I have not witnessed said snow myself. So.
Okay, because they said I believe they said the same for Disney Springs, but I wasn't there at night, and I assumed it was just going to happen at night. And it was going. They didn't say where. I don't think so. But I think actually, I know it's crazy, but I am looking forward to that soap snow. Like
yes.
I don't know. I want to. I think that combined with like the lights and like a cool night is just going to put me really like in the sweet spot.
I mean, that was part of the magic with the Osborne lights, right?
Yeah.
With being back there, is that every single sense was addressed. It was the sight, it was the Snope falling on you. It was, there were yummy snacks and hot cocoa back there, the whole 9 yards. I'm looking forward to spending time in the Magic Kingdom and really kind of savoring the wonder of it all. But the thing I'm most looking forward to is the Jingle Cruise. I haven't been able to get on that attraction yet, and it is my very favorite. And I love that we get a holiday overlay. Disneyland gets all these amazing holiday overlays, and we just don't. And the fact that we've seen little ones creep up, like the ones last year at the Mickey's Not So Scary, and then at the Christmas party, the fact that the Jingle Cruise is back this year, that's just icing on the cake.
Yeah. Talk about, we should have brought that up when we talked about returning of old favorites too, because that was another kind of a surprise. I feel like that wasn't really said. And, and when we say like, oh, maybe there could be other surprises, maybe they'll trick out. And when I say trick out, it wasn't really tricked out, but Space Mountain, when they did the red and green lights with the music score, I thought was cool. So I'm wondering if they'll, like, maybe we'll end up getting some of that more stuff. Who knows? They might be done, but yeah, that's really that is really cool. Yeah, it's hard because we are. I know you and I specifically are very conscious about crowd levels and being very vigilant with social distancing protocols and health and safety for our wellness and the wellness of those around us, obviously. But it's one of those where I'm like, I am looking forward to at some point being somewhere when it's dark outside with Christmas lights on.
Yes.
And that really, my longing for that really showed up last night, where I was like, I'm looking forward to this more, and having a treat, like you said, like just having that sweet treat and being able to just sit and be like, we made it to the end of the year. Another one is upon us. And I always forget my birthday is right around that corner. I always get to like December and I'm like, like, yeah, it's Christmas. And then I'm like, oh my God, my birthday's a week later. Like, whoops. Like,
You
I
are
don't know,
baby
but
New Year.
I am. Yes. Yes. So yeah, so that's our list. I know this was kind of five, but
Five-ish.
maybe I'll just rename the episode at the beginning "The Best Things Happening for Holiday Happenings
Yeah.
for 2020 at Walt Disney World." But yeah, again, don't forget, if you are coming down, check out Give Kids the World, the Night of a Million Lights. It's really fun. We can't say enough really nice things about it in that organization. And thank you, Deni, for talking holidays with me.
Hey, you got it. Thanks for having me along for the ride.
Always.
The sleigh
This
ride.
jingle jangle. Yeah. Oh, nice. Oh, we're terrible.
Dear me.
Yeah, we do want to hear from you. We want to know what your favorite things you're looking forward to the most at holidays, or if you've experienced any of it. Let us know. Let us know if there are things that we missed on this list that you are like, oh, this is, in my opinion, some of the best. Please let us know in the comments of the YouTube video. And if you are planning a trip down here for the holidays, remember, please consider booking with Dreams Unlimited Travel. It will cost you nothing extra on your vacation, and you help support the show. So we thank you very much for all of our current and future and past clients. Of course, I am not an agent, but I'm here for it because they pay the bills, right? So, well, you really pay the bills who are watching. So we do appreciate that very much, especially this time of year. So thank you, everybody, for listening and watching. We will be back with another episode of The Best and Worst of Walt Disney World. Bye, everyone.